Hello students! Welcome to Tutify's Math Mastery Online Series Lesson 7. Now, today is the second last lesson before we reveal the winners on Sunday at 2 p.m., right? So students, let's take a look at the leaderboard right now. Who is leading? Okay, Tyler, Gigi, Michael, and Charlie. They are all tied. They are all tied in first place. I wonder who's gonna get the iPad, right? So, students, I tell you what, don't worry. For those of you who are trying to catch up, let's even look at the teams. Team America, well done, you're winning. Team Thor is catching up. You are 1,000 points away from Team America. Now, students, can you imagine? Can you imagine that the last lesson, lesson 8, is the final assessment and it is worth 100 points altogether. If only 10 students from Team Thor completes and gets 1,000 points, then Team Thor will already catch up with Team America. So, what other ways are there to gain bonus points? We have recently posted this on TikTok yesterday. I mean, not on TikTok. We have recently posted this on Facebook yesterday, and that we are having the TikTok challenge, the Math Mastery TikTok challenge. So, students, what can we do? You just need to click on this link, and you will end up on Tutify Education's TikTok page. It will look like this. The TikTok page will look like this. Okay, you click on this link, you go onto TikTok. You will see Tutify Education. First, what you have to do, you have to follow Tutify Education's TikTok page. That will be worth 25 points in itself. And then, all you need to do is like and duet the video. So what do we mean like and duet? So when you see this video here, you open up this video. Okay, this is the TikTok challenge, right? First, you like the video, double click, you have a heart shape, you liked it. And you can just take a picture that you have already liked it and you already followed it. How do you duet, students? Click on the 3 dots. Can you see the 3 dots on the right hand side? You click on that 3 dots. You can click on duet. So what happens when you click on duet? Hey, hi students, can you see me there? So duet means that, so what does duet mean? Okay, students. Duet means that while Tutify Education's video is playing on the right hand side, you are sharing with us what is the most interesting math question that you know. What is the most interesting math question you know? How do you solve it? And why do you find it so interesting? So do a duet. Click the red button, record your duet. Show us the question, obviously. Okay, you can show it on a piece of paper, you can show it on your computer, up to you. Okay, students, you have to be creative. I cannot always tell you what to do, right? So, students, after you click on the duet, you send us your duet, and I will be choosing the top 3. The top 3 students who has the best duet. Based on all those criteria. How original is your question? How interesting is your question? How difficult it is? How well you present the question? Okay, students? The best duet will get 50 points. Second will get 40. Third will get 30 extra points. So let's go back to Facebook, students. Let's go back to Facebook. So if you can see here on the Facebook, right? You like and duet, you immediately get another 25 points. So once you follow Tutify Education's TikTok channel, you get 25. Another 25 if you like and duet the video. As long as you like and duet the video, you get total 50 points altogether right now. 30 to 50 extra points is when I choose which is the best, the top 3 best duets. Okay, so those are the ways that you can win extra bonus points. And let's see who is going to remain on top after that. You have only 3 days left, students. Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Because Sunday, we are going to announce the winners. Please make sure okay, students, please make sure that you do lesson 8 quiz before the lesson on Sunday. When I start the lesson on Sunday, immediately I'm going to go through the answers. Nobody can do the quiz anymore. Do the quiz before Sunday. Do your TikTok challenge before Sunday. Claim your points. All the points will be given to you before Sunday. On Sunday itself, once the lesson starts, nobody is going to get any more points. once all the points are fixed, we are going to declare the winner immediately. Yeah, good. So students, before we begin, everyone take 10 seconds, like this video and share this video right now. When you click the like button, you can give me a heart shape, okay, if you're enjoying this lesson, right? Okay, so students, 10 seconds, very good. I see many of you liking and sharing the video. Well done, students, well done. Okay, now I'm going to move on to start this lesson, okay? Let's take a look at lesson 7, okay? There's a warning here, okay? There's a warning, there's some instructions here. Please do the lesson 8 quiz before lesson 8 begins. Okay, the quiz will be available starting from tonight or tomorrow. Tonight or tomorrow, you can already start doing the quiz for lesson 8. So now let's do lesson 7, students. What does example 1 say? Pipe A takes 2 hours to fill a pool and pipe B takes 3 hours to fill a swimming pool. If both pipes are turned on together, how long will it take to fill up the same pool, right? So, there are several ways to do this, okay? There's an easy way and there's a hard way. So, what is the hard way? Let's talk about the hard way, which is not really hard if you're good with fractions. If you like fractions, it's not really hard. You can ask yourself, in 1 hour, you can ask yourself, what fraction of the pool can be filled up by pipe A? So since pipe A is taking 2 hours to fill up the pool, if you give him only 1 hour, then he will fill up half of the pool. Then you ask yourself, in 1 hour, right, what fraction of the pool can pipe B fill up? So since pipe B is taking 3 hours to fill up the pool, you give him 1 hour, he's going to fill up 1/3 of the pool. So in 1 hour, you add them together, they can fill up 5 out of 6 of the swimming pool. Then after that, you go and do your division, you'll get the answer, okay? You say that, oh, it will take 6/5 hours to fill up the pool if both of them are turned on at the same time. Now, I'm not going to use this strategy because I want to make sure that I don't have so much fractions, okay? So what I'm going to do is this. I'm first going to ask myself, what is the lowest common multiple of 2 hours and 3 hours? I would say that is 6, right? Because 2, 4, 6, the 2 times table, 2, 4, 6. The 3 times table has 3, 6, 9, 12. You notice that the number 6 is the lowest common multiple of 2 and 3. So then I will say, in 6 hours, how many pools can pipe A fill? So in 6 hours, pipe A will be able to fill up 3 pools. What about pipe B? In 6 hours, pipe B will be able to fill up 2 pools, right? Yes, I see a lot of people typing the correct answer already. Tina, Jian Tao, yeah, quite a few of you. Okay, so if you add them together and you turn them on together, they will be able to fill up 5 pools in 6 hours. Yeah, even though you get the correct answer, just follow along the logical reasoning, okay? Because we are trying to be exposed to many different ways to do the question, right, students? So we have 5 pools. We can fill up 5 pools in 6 hours. So they're asking you how long will it take to fill up 1 pool. So now we already know that both of the pipes, if they turn on together, you can fill 5 pools in 6 hours. How long will they take up to fill 1 pool? Then we will have 6/5 hours. If you simplify that, we will get 1 1/5 hours. 1 1/5 hours. And if you simplify it even more, you will say 1 hour and 12 minutes, because 1/5 of 1 hour, 1 hour has 60 minutes, right? Is 12 minutes. So it's 1 hour and 12 minutes. There you go, students. That is how long it takes to fill up 1 pool if both of the pipes are turned on at the same time. Okay? So we have taken quite a logical approach. We tried to avoid fractions. We still end up with some fractions, but it's fine. The last part is it's only the last part has a little bit of fractions, yeah? Anyone has questions, feel free to ask in the comments, okay? All right, let's look at example 2, students. Now, Anyway, I just want to remind you all that you can download the solutions from the Math Mastery website, right? So when I'm teaching, the most important thing to do is pay attention and ask questions in the chat, okay? So that you will learn more. Don't be so busy copying. The solutions will be sent to you anyway. So, example 2, Sally took part in the Math Mastery quiz. She have to answer 50 questions, you know. So, if you get it correct, you'll get 2 marks. But if you get the wrong answer, then they will deduct 1 mark from you. Now, the question is, the question tells us that Sally scored 61 marks. How many questions did she answer correctly? So, we can use the method of assumption, students. We just assume that she got all correct. So students, if she has all correct, right, she will have full marks. How many marks is all correct? The full marks is 50 questions. Every time you get it correct, you get 2 marks. So the full marks is 100. But she only scored 61, right? So if she only scored 61, can you tell me how many marks did she lose? So we write down, how many marks did she lose? So out of the 100 marks, she only scored 61 marks. That means she lost 39 marks. Now the next question is actually the turning point. It is the most important question. If you get this wrong, the whole question will be wrong. My next question to you is this, students. Every time I answer one question wrong, how many marks will I lose? Is it 1 mark? Okay, the question already said, right? 1 mark is deducted if you get it wrong. So that means every time I get it wrong, I lose 1 mark lah. Correct or not, students? No. That's totally wrong, okay? Students, let me ask you something. If you get the answer wrong, do you think the teacher will give you these 2 marks? No, the teacher will not give you these 2 marks if you get it wrong. So, if you answer it wrongly, you already lost these 2 marks because the teacher will not give it to you. But not only are you going to lose these 2 marks, another 1 mark is deducted from you. So total how many marks do you lose? You lost that 2 marks. You also get deducted an extra 1 mark. You are going to suffer a 3 mark loss. Understand? So this is the most important point here. Okay, whenever you answer it wrongly, you don't lose 1 mark. You are actually losing 3 marks altogether. Understand? So for every question you get wrong, you're going to lose 3 marks. You already lost 39 marks. So how many questions did you answer wrongly? Okay, the total marks you lost is 39. Every time you answer wrong, you lose 3 marks. You lose 3 marks. That means you answer 13 questions wrongly, you know. Therefore, the number of questions that you answered correctly should be, out of 50 questions, 13 of them are wrong. That means you got 37 questions correct. And that's how we do it. Okay, students? So, I warn you, just be careful of this. Don't think that you get it wrong, you only lose 1 mark. Okay, so very good. Yes, Yamuna, Irene, Nidai. I can see all your answers. Very good, students. Very good. All right, students. Let's move on to example 3. Now, what does the question want? They say that they are showing us a circle and a triangle, right? And the area of the triangle is 3/4 of the circle. They also told us that 3 out of 5 of the circle is being shaded. So what fraction of the entire figure is shaded? That's what they're trying to ask. So students, let's do it step by step, shall we? I'm going to use a ratio so that I can compare the number of units that are shaded and non-shaded. So let's take a look here. First, I'm going to highlight 3/4 of the circle. So they say triangle equal to 3/4 of the circle. If I were to draw a model, students, okay, let's say this is the circle. This is the circle. And the triangle is 3/4. 3 out of 4. 3/4. So the triangle is 3 out of 4 units compared to the circle. That means the triangle must have 3 units. The circle must have 4 units. So I'm going to write down my ratio. Triangle compared with the circle. 3 units for the triangle and 4 units for the circle. Now, next, the question says that 3/5 of the circle is shaded. 3/5 of the circle is shaded. So let's compare the shaded region and the circle, the entire circle. So if 3 out of 5 of the circle is shaded, that means 3 units is shaded. Okay, the circle has 5 units. The circle has 5 units. Out of the 5 units, 3 of them are shaded. So then you get 3 out of 5 of the circle is shaded, right? So students, now you look at the ratio. You see how it is being compared. You notice that the circle, what is the common thing between those two ratios? We notice that the circle is the common thing. If I want to compare, if I want to combine the ratio, okay, for example, I want to combine the ratio to give me a triangle compared with a circle compared to the shaded region, then what must I do? I must make sure that the circle is the constant part. Okay, I need to make sure that the circle is the same so that I can compare everything together. So what is the lowest common multiple of 4 and 5? The lowest common multiple of 4 and 5 is 20. So I can say, okay, 4 times 5 is 20, 3 times 5 is 15. Now I want to make this become 20 as well. 5 times 4, it gives me 20. 3 times 4 will give me 12. So now students, I have made sure that the circle is the same for both ratios. And I can start to compare. I can write down 20 over here because the circle is 20. When you compare the triangle and the circle, 15 compared to 20. So I write down 15 here. When you compare the shaded part and the circle, it has 12 units compared to 20. So 20 compared to 12. I can write down 12 right there. Now I managed to combine the 3 ratios together. So the next step, I need to ask myself, what is the question asking you? The question is asking, what fraction of the figure is shaded? What do they mean by the figure? The figure, that means this entire shape, students. We have to be a little bit careful, okay? It is asking for the entire shape like this. So, can I just say that the entire figure is... Can I say, okay, if I write this, am I correct or am I wrong? You tell me, huh? The entire figure equal to the circle plus the triangle. Correct or wrong, students? Ah, yes, I see some of you already saying it's wrong. What happened if I take circle plus triangle? What will I get? Circle plus triangle will look like this, then my shape is going to look like this. Is this the same shape? No, right? It's not the same shape. The circle is overlapping the triangle. The circle overlap the triangle, it's like this, students. Overlap, So we must actually get rid of this overlapping part. Understand? If I want to find the area of the entire shape, I need to get rid of the overlapping part. Get rid of the shaded part. So the correct way to do it is, it's not the circle plus the triangle. The correct way to do it is, let's try to find the area of this figure. You need to take the circle plus the triangle, but don't forget to get rid of the overlapping part. Once you get rid of overlapping part, okay, then you will get this correct shape. Understand? So the circle, how many units is the circle? Look here, circle has 20 units. how many units does a triangle have? Over here, 15 units. And how many units is the shaded part? Over here, 12 units. We already found everything. So we can conclude that the total area of the figure is 23 units. So once I know that the total area of the figure is 23 units, then I ask myself, what fraction of the figure is shaded? So out of 23, 12 units are shaded. There you go. That is your fraction. Okay. Very good, Chamal, Sally, Liana. Well done, students. Yes, FA also. Very good. All right. So that is how you calculate the fraction that is shaded. Yeah? So there are certain things we have to be careful about. We have learned certain concepts here, several concepts here. First, you make sure that these must be the same. Then you can combine them into the same ratio. Why do I want to combine them? So that I can compare the circle and I can compare the triangle, I can compare the shaded part. That's why I want to combine them, okay? So after I combine them, I still need to be careful, you know. You need to beware that this is an overlapping part. You cannot just take a circle plus triangle. You must get rid of the extra overlapping part. Okay? Okay. If you have any questions, just remember to type in the comments, students. So let's try the next one. Example 4. So there's these two girls, Joanne and Linda, right? So Joanne, you know, it's quite a long story, right? She gave 1/4 to Linda, Linda gave her, then Joanne gave to Linda, then Linda have 6. It's quite a long story, okay? So many steps, Students, this question is a working backwards question. And for working backwards, actually, there's a very straightforward and fast way to do it. You don't need to spend much time. I'll show you, okay? So what I'm going to do is this. I'm going to draw some circles. And I'm going to draw some arrows. Then I'm going to duplicate my circles and my arrows, okay? If you want to do this on your worksheet, go ahead. You don't really need to draw very perfect circles, you know, roughly draw and it's fine. You don't need to make it so nice, right? As long as we get the idea, then no problem, okay? So I duplicate and there you go. Actually, you know what? Hold on, I want to save time, so let me just duplicate one more of this and put it here and put it here. You notice that we only need one line of circles, okay? Just with this one line of circles, I tell you, you can already solve the question. Wait, let me just save time. Where's the other working backwards question? This one. Let me paste it over here, because so that later I don't need to draw again. Okay, I'll come back for this question later on. Okay, students, so now I have this this chain of circles, okay? What am I going to do with it? I'm going to say that this chain of circles represent Joanne's money. No, not money, beads. It represents Joanne's beads. So the first circle is how many beads did she have at first? I don't know, so I'm going to put a question mark, okay? And what happened? Let's follow the story. Let's follow the story. First, they say that Joanne gave 1/4 to Linda. So let me ask you something. If I have 4 units of beads and I gave 1 out of 4, 1/4, I gave it away to Linda, how many do I have left? I will only have 3/4 left. Yeah? 3/4 left because I gave 1/4 away. I have 3 out of 4 left. So let me write it down. This is the original amount that I have. So I have 3/4 left. So over here, this is the how much I have left. I also don't know. Let me leave it blank because I don't know how many is that. But I'm going to say that I have 3/4 left. So after that, what happened? Linda gave 208 beads to Joanne. So who is giving to who now? Linda is giving to Joanne. So for Joanne, you must add more beads for Joanne. She's going to get 208 from Linda. And finally, Joanne gave 400 to Linda. So now Joanne is giving. So you must minus from Joanne. So let's minus 400 from Joanne. And in the end, what happened? Joanne and Linda have 600. Okay, this is Joanne. And 720, this is Linda, respectively. The meaning of respectively, that means whoever has a name come first. Okay, whoever's name come first, this will be the corresponding number. Joanne's name came first. That means Joanne have 600. Linda's name came second. Linda have 720. Okay, so that's the meaning of respectively. Yeah? So they said that Joanne has 600 remaining in the end. So after minusing this 400, finally Joanne has 600 remaining. So let me erase this circle because I don't need that anymore. So I've already ended my workings. So this is how my workings look like. The red color question mark, is how many bits did she have at first. Then she gave away 1/4. She have 3/4 left. Linda gave Joanne 208. And Joanne gave Linda 400. In the end, Joanne have 600. Now what we can do is, we can work backwards. Okay, students? We work backwards to find out how much did Joanne have at the beginning. When you work backwards, you need to do the opposite. So what do I mean by do the opposite? Instead of minusing 400, you must plus 400. What is the opposite of plus 208? Minus 208. What is the opposite of multiply 3 over 4? The opposite is times 4 over 3. Okay, that's the opposite. You flip the fraction upside down, you will get the opposite. So let's work this out, students. 600 plus 400, you get 1000. 1000 minus 208, you get 792. 792 times 4 over 3. Okay, let's do some working. Okay, 792 times 4 divided by 3. So 792, when you divide it by 3, what do we get? 792 divided by 3, we get 264. Yes, 264. So when you divide by 3, you get 264. You just need to multiply it by 4. 264 multiplied by 4, you will get your final answer, 1056. So students, you can now say that Joanne has 1056 beats at first. If you don't believe that your answer is correct, are you able to check? Yeah, very easy to check. You just take your 1056, you minus away 1/4 of the beats, you give it to Linda, you plus 208, then you minus away 400 beats. You should be ending up with 600 in the end. Then your answer is definitely correct. That's how you check your answer. Okay? So, students, over here what we have learned is working backwards. You don't need to spend so much time, and let me tell you that working backwards will 100% be tested in your school exams. So when students see working backwards, you know, sometimes they do a lot of working, then they start to become careless. The best way to do it, you consolidate it into one single line, draw your circles, draw your arrows. It's easy for you to see. You are less likely to be careless, and you also save a lot of time. One line, question solved. Good. Okay, let's try example 5, students. Now, this is actually a challenging question that came up in one of Singapore's national exam, the PSLE exam, right? So, how do we do this? The question is telling us that we have two classes, Class A and Class B. Yeah? There are 36 students in Class A. There are 38 in Class B. They are telling us that, okay, there are 2/3 as many girls in Class B than Class A. They are also telling us that there are 3/4 as many boys in Class A compared to Class B. So, how many girls are there in Class B? Now, don't worry. In order to solve these questions, students, the best way is to draw a model. Let me guide you, okay? First, I'm going to split them up into boys and girls. Now, they are telling us that 2/3 as many girls in class B compared to class A, and 3/4 as many boys in class A compared to class B. Okay, let's look at the boys. Let's look at the boys over here. So what do they mean? If you take all the boys from class A, okay, and you take all the boys from class B, and you compare them, class A should have 3/4 of class B. So for example, class B has 4 units. If class B has 4 units, oh, what happened there? Oops. Okay, so if class B has 4 units, right? That means class A must have 3 out of 4. That means class A must have 3 units. Understand? So let's draw this properly. Okay, let me draw this properly. Class A. Okay, let me draw class B first. Okay, out of 4 units, this is class B with 4 units. Class A has 3/4. 3/4, that means 3 out of 4. So I can say that these are the boys in class A, these are the boys in class B. Now, let's look at the girls. They say that there's 2/3 as many girls in class B as compared to class A. So that means if let's say class A has 3 units of girls, then class B, right, should have 2 out of 3, okay? This is class B, 2 out of 3, correct? So let me draw this properly. So if class A has 3 units of girls, that means class B should have 2/3, 2 out of 3, okay? There you go. So students, what I've just done is I've drawn a model for boys and girls. Class A and class B compared with each other. So what should I do next? The question has told us that there are 36 students in class A and 38 students in class B. What does it mean? If I take all the boys from class A and all the girls from class A, you add them up together, you should have 36 students. Yes or no? Let's do it. Let's do it. Now, before I do it, I'm going to call these units. And can I call these units or not, students? Can I call these units? Hey, they are different. Nobody told you that the units here are the same as the units here, right? So can I call them the same thing? I cannot assume. I cannot call them the same thing because they may not be the same. So instead of calling it units, let's call this parts. How many parts do I have? Okay. So now that I've labeled them units and parts, I can start to join them together. So let's join them together. Okay, these are all the students. These will represent all the students in class A. And a little bit longer, this will represent all the students in class B. You know that there's 36 students here and there's 38 students here. So how many units and how many parts? You take all the boys from class A. There are 3 units of boys over here from class A. So I'm going to take these 3 units of boys over here in class A plus the 3 units of girls, the 3 parts of girls. So I will end up with 3 units, right? These are the boys and 3 parts. Oh, it's a bit too long already. Let me draw the units a little bit shorter. Okay, 3 units here and 3 parts. Okay, the girls are 3 parts. Now this is the total of all the students in class A, boys plus girls. Now let's look at class B. For class B, we have 4 units. 4 units of boys and 2 parts of girls. So I'm going to write that down. 4 units of boys. 1, 2, 3, 4. Wait, let me think. 2 parts, 3 units. Okay, tell you what. 1, 2, 3, 3 units. 1, 2, 3. Then I'm going to draw 2 parts of. Okay, let me draw 2 parts of. 2 parts of. Okay. Looks like the units should be longer than the parts, but it's okay. Don't worry. Let's continue. Students, can you see that there's 3 units here and 3 parts here? And can you see over here there's 3 units, but I purposely wrote the last unit here. There should be 4 units of boys, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 units of boys and 2 parts of girls. Why did I purposely move the last unit to the back? So that you can compare. Look here, students. If I were to draw a line here, what do you notice? Okay, 3 units, 2 parts. This one also has 3 units, 2 parts. What is the only difference? The only difference is 1 part at the end and 1 unit at the end. So why did I purposely arrange it like that? So that you can compare the part and that unit. From here, right, this is 36 and this is 38. So do you agree that the difference is 2? So what can I tell? If I look at the part compared with the unit, I will say that 1 part plus 2 equals to 1 unit. Okay? So by drawing the model like this, and I purposely move the unit to the end, I can actually compare that 1 part plus 2 equals to 1 unit. So, how do we proceed? We will then say that, okay, actually now it's already up to us, right? The question is asking you how many girls are there in class B. So let's try to find out how much is 1 part. If you want to make use of class B, you already know that there's 38 students here, correct? So we can make use of class B. You already know that 1 part plus 2 equals to 1 unit. So what does it mean? It means that 1 part equals to, okay, so it means that 1 unit equals to 1 part plus 2. So if I were to change all this into 1 part plus 2, 1 part plus 2, 1 part plus 2, 1 part plus 2, then I will say that how many parts are there here altogether? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 parts. How many plus 2 are there? 1, 2, 3, 4. So 4 times 2 is 8. So 6 parts plus 8. And this will give me 38, because I know that there's 38 students in class B. So 6 part plus 8 equals to 38. 6 parts equals to 38 minus 8, which is 30. 1 part is 30 divided by 6, which will give me 5. So now I know 1 part is 5 girls. So how many girls are there in class B? In class B, how many girls are there? There are 2 parts of girls. Can you see here? In class B, there are 2 parts of girls. That will give us 10 girls. Alright, so students, you see, this is actually one of the challenging problems that came up for Singapore National Exam, yeah? It's not that easy. In fact, many students came out crying. So, we use model. When you use model, you can compare what is the difference between a unit and a part. And from there, you can find out how much is 1 part. So models are actually very useful tools that we can use. Even though the question is a little bit confusing, the moment you start drawing it, you can visualize. Okay, students? How many of you found this quite difficult? Can you say in the chat group, difficult? Yeah, it's quite difficult, right? How many of you found it easy? If you found it easy, then you're a genius, okay? Or you have learned how to do models very well. So, students, now it is time for the quiz. But before I let you go to do the quiz, I just want to remind everybody. I'm going to give you 5 minutes to do lesson 7 quiz. Today we're doing lesson 7 quiz. Lesson 7. Once this is over, lesson 8 quiz. What must you do for lesson 8 quiz? When must you do it? You can only do it up till Sunday before 2 p.m. Once the lesson start on Sunday 2 p.m., no more quizzes. You cannot do the lesson 8 anymore. Just take note, huh? Just a gentle reminder, okay? And if you've already done lesson 7's quiz, go ahead, go to Facebook, go and do the TikTok challenge. Then you can go and win your extra points. Okay, students? So, let me start the timer. I'm going to let you all do lesson 7 quiz right now, huh? Okay, lesson 7 quiz. You have 5 minutes and your time starts now. All the best. Okay, students, time's up. So, how many of you have already managed to submit your quiz? I have seen some of you in the comments saying that you are unable to do TikTok. It's okay. If you don't have a TikTok account, you ask your parents for help. Yeah, then you can go and do your challenge. Yeah. Now, some of you are also asking, how come I have not gotten my bonus points? You already sent us a Facebook Messenger yesterday. It's fine. Every day we will do a reply. So you just have to wait. Maybe end of the day, tomorrow morning, you'll get your points. Okay, don't worry. So students, one more time, how do you do the TikTok challenge? You can ask your parents for help, yeah. And when you ask your parents for help, you'll be using the phone, right? Go to Facebook, click that link, or you can search for @tutifyedu on TikTok. Once you search for TutifyEdu, you can follow, you can look at the video, you can like the video. And how do you do a duet? So this is the TikTok screen. You open the video, you click the three dots at the right hand side. You see at the bottom here, the duet button is here. And I'm doing a duet right now. You press the red button, you record yourself. Of course, before you start recording, you have to prepare which question you want to show us, right? And you can start explaining your question. And you press the red button and you submit. That's all. So once you have done that, once you have submitted it, right, you take a picture of what you have done, send it to us on Facebook Messenger, you get your bonus points. That's how it goes. Okay, students? So let's take a look at the questions. I'm going to reveal the questions, the answers for lesson 7 quiz. That means from now on, nobody can start your quiz. Okay? All right. So students, let's take a look. The first question is going to be easy and it gets harder as we go along. Herman and Jonathan takes 5 and 7 days respectively. Remember the meaning of respectively? Whoever's name comes first, the number corresponds to it, right? So Herman takes 5 days, Jonathan takes 7 days, okay? That's what it means, okay? That's what respectively means. Herman and Jonathan takes 5 and 7 days respectively to complete the school project on their own. So that's how long you take if you're working alone. Of course, it makes logical sense that if somebody is helping you, you're gonna do it faster, right? Okay, so they say, if you work together, how many days will they take if they work together? Some people tell me 5 plus 7 divided by 2, you know. Then you tell me 6 days, you know. So you think about this for a while. What is the logic? What's the logic? If Herman can already do it in 5 days by himself, and somebody come to help him, suddenly he takes 6 days, he takes longer, does it make sense? Of course not. If I alone can already do something in 5 days, somebody come and help me, I should take less than 5 days, right or not? How can the answer be 6? So please take note, sometimes you better use your logic to check your own answer, right? So let's do it the lowest common multiple method. We find what is the lowest common multiple of 5 and 7. We realize that. Okay, so what is lowest common multiple? You just write down the 5 times table. Then you write down the 7 times table. And you realize something. You realize that this is the same. So that is the lowest common multiple. The lowest common multiple between 5 and 7 is 35. So I'm going to write down 35, okay? So I can ask myself, in 35 days, how many projects can Herman do on his own? He will take 5 days on his own, right? So if you give him 35 days, he will finish 7 projects on his own. What about Jonathan? If you give him 35 days and Jonathan takes 7 days to do 1 project, that means he will finish 5 projects on his own. Now, if you combine them together, you ask them to work together at the same time. Both of them, you add them together, they are supposed to complete 12 projects in 35 days. So now you know that you can complete 12 projects in 35 days if both of them are working together. So how long will it take for them to complete one project if they are working together? You divide it by 12. So once you divide it by 12, then we will know that we can simplify this. 2 and 11 over 12 days. There you go, students. If they work together, they will only take almost 3 days, which is just 2 days and 11 over 12. Okay? And that makes logical sense because Herman himself is doing it in 5 days. Somebody come to help him, then of course he will take less than 5 days. Right? So that's how you know that your answer is logically correct. What about question 2? We did this just now, right? Remember I gave you all a warning for each question that you get wrong. I gave you all a warning, right? How many marks will you lose? So we must pay attention to that as well. First, we need to assume what is the full marks. Oops, let me write it down properly. The full marks, you have 20 questions, and if you get it correct, you get 5 marks. So the full marks is 100. However, this person, okay, who is this person? Harry, okay, Harry. Harry only scored 51 marks. So how many marks did Harry lose? He actually lost 49 marks. But this is the crucial point. For every wrong answer that he gives, how many marks will he lose? The question says that 2 marks are deducted if you get it wrong. But don't forget, if you answer it wrongly, will the teacher give you these 5 marks? No, the teacher will not even give you the 5 marks. So immediately you already lost the 5 marks. Not only that, the teacher is still going to deduct 2 more marks from you. So how many marks are you going to lose altogether? You are going to lose 7 marks altogether, okay, students? So this is the crucial part that you need to get correct. You need to understand this. You're not only losing 2 marks, you're losing 7 marks if you answer it wrongly. Yeah? So how many wrong answers did Harry get? He lost 49 marks, right? Every time he get it wrong, he's going to lose 7 marks. That means he answered 7 questions wrongly. Okay? So, there you go. You have the answer now. The answer is 7. Students, I just thought of something. I think some of you in the chat said that you thought you gave the correct answer, but you still didn't get the marks for the quiz. In the quiz, you notice that in the instructions, right? The question say leave your answer as a whole number. Do not write the units. If you write the units, you can get it wrong, okay? So, in any exam, just read the instructions. If you cannot follow the exam instructions, you end up losing marks, yeah? So just take note of that. Even for your school exam, or if you join some competition, you must always read the instruction. It is your duty as a student to be able to follow the rules of the exam, yeah? So let's take a look at question 3. You have a square and a triangle and it's overlapping again. Remember just now we did the circle and triangle. It's very similar to this. So they say that the square and the triangle overlap to form the figure. They are giving us the ratio of the area of the square to the triangle. So let me highlight this. Square to the triangle, 3:2. So let me just write it down. You compare the square. You compare this square with the triangle. You are going to get the ratio 3:2, okay? What else did the question say? The unshaded area of the square compared with the unshaded area of the triangle, is 5:3. Okay, okay. So let's do some labeling. Why not I call this unshaded part, I call this X. And this unshaded part, I call it Y. Okay, students? So it's easier for me to write down my ratio, right? So they say that the unshaded part of the square compared with the unshaded part of the triangle is 5:3. Okay, very good. What fraction is shaded? Okay, that's the problem, right? So now this is the where we have to we have to try to compare all the ratios. Let's talk about it logically. Do you all agree that this shaded part is the same for the square and the triangle? The same area is being shaded for the square, and the same area is also being shaded on the triangle. They are exactly the same. So this goes to say that the unshaded part, okay, if I were to take the area of the square minus the area of the triangle, shouldn't it be the same as the area of X minus the area of Y? It should be the same. Okay, it should be the same. It should be equal. If I were to take the area of this triangle as this square minus the area of this triangle, I'll get an answer, right? That answer is supposed to be the same even if I take the area of X, which is the unshaded part here, minus the unshaded part of the triangle, which is Y. Because both of them have the same area which is shaded. So using this logic, let me find the difference. Let me find the difference between the area of the square and the area of the triangle. This is 1 unit. 3 minus 1. 3 minus 2 is 1. What is the difference between the area of X and the area of Y? The difference is 2. Didn't I just say that the difference should be the same? Because the same area is being shaded here for both the square and the triangle. So these two differences must be the same. How do I make it the same? Okay, no problem. Times 2 here, times 2 here, times 2 here. Now, I've made sure that this is the same. Okay, students? So what can I say? So now we know that the square has 6 units, the area of 6 units. The triangle has an area of 4 units. We know that area X is 5 units. Area Y is 3 units. Let me write it down. We know that area X is 5 units. So let me write down 5 units. We know that area Y is 3 units. Okay? But the area of the square is 6 units, right? Look at the entire square. Supposed to be 6 units, right? That means this must be 1 unit. Am I right? Look at the entire triangle. The entire triangle is how many units? 4 units. So 1 plus 3 is 4. Now everything makes sense. Everything falls into place like this. Okay? So we can say that the unshaded part X is 5 units, the shaded part is 1 unit, and the unshaded part Y is 3 units. The total area of the entire shape, okay, the area of the figure is 9 units. So they're asking you what fraction is unshaded? What fraction is unshaded? So out of 9 units, how many units is not shaded? 8 units is not shaded. And that is how we do it. 8 out of 9 units of the entire figure is not shaded. So students, several steps in this question. Number 1, write down the ratio. Number 2, understand that the shaded part for the square and the triangle are all the same. So if I want to take square minus triangle, this is a difference between the square and the triangle. It should be equal to the difference between the unshaded parts. So that's why I say that the difference here must be the same. Once you make the difference the same, then you can start comparing the units. you can say that area X is 5 units, area Y is 3 units, and you can compare it to 6 units and 4 units here. That means the shaded part must be 1 unit. Okay? So, visualization, very important skill to use in solving geometry problems. And also ratio is very helpful. If you have any questions, yes, very good. Yamuna, I can see you gave the correct answer. Liu, Ling Gao also. Why is the shaded part 1 unit? Okay, why is the shaded part 1 unit? HC is asking me. Okay, let me ask you this. I already know that X is 5 units, right? And I also know that the square is 6 units, right? The square is 6 units, right? So if this is 5 unit, the square is 6 unit, that means the shaded part must be 1 unit. You can also use a triangle, okay? Look at the triangle. Triangle here is 4 units. You see? 4 units, right? This triangle. So if area Y is 3 unit, the triangle is 4 unit, the shaded part must be 1 unit. And that is why the shaded part is 1 unit. Okay, good question, good question. I'm glad you clarified. So students, let's try out the next one. Question 4. We can use working backwards. While you're doing the quiz, I already took the time to draw this. So students, let's do it step by step, shall we? There are a total of 140 cars, okay? And they tell you a long story, 36 cars drove from car park A to B, 12 cars drove from B to C, and B back to A, and then both car park now have the same number of cars. Okay, now let me ask you, if you have 140 cars, and they say that both car parks have the same number of cars, that means what? 140 divided by 2, right? That means both car park have the same number of cars at the end. So at the end, we know that both car park have the same number of cars. So now let's go through their story. They told us that 36 cars drove from car park A to car park B. Okay, if you drive from A to B, that means you must minus 36 cars from A. But these 36 cars, they went to car park B, right? So if they went to car park B, that means car park B plus 36. Next, what happened? 12 cars. They drove from car park B back to car park A. So you must minus 12 cars from car park B and you must add 12 cars to car park A. So how many cars were there at first for each car park? That's what we are trying to find. So let's work backwards. Okay, we can work backwards, no problem. Very fast. Just do the backwards arrow. What is the opposite of plus 12? Minus 12. What is the opposite of minus 36? Plus 36. Below, what is the opposite of minus 12? Plus 12. What is the opposite of plus 36? Minus 36. So if we work backwards, we're going to say that 70 minus 12, we get 58, right? Plus 36, what happened? 58 plus 36, 94. That means there's 94 cars in car park A at the beginning, at first. Okay, let's look at car park B. 70 plus 12, 84. Minus 36. Okay, 84 minus 36 is 78 minus 30 is 48. That means there must be 48 cars in car park B at the beginning. So that is your answer. Very fast. We already solved it. So this is how useful working backwards is. You see, I only draw 2 lines and I got the answer. Is it even much working? Did I even do a lot of working? No, right? Did I get confused? Did I spend a lot of time reading and doing this question? No. So fast, done. So please do more practice. Try to use this method on working backwards question and you'll save a lot of time. Make less careless mistakes. Well done. Yes, Michael, you got 46. Oh wait, some people are telling me. Sorry. Yeah. Okay. Sorry. Thank you for telling me. Alright. So, students, it's supposed to be 94 and 46 cars in each car park, A and B respectively. Alright, students. Now, let's try out the last question. How many of you think that you got the correct answer for this from the quiz? Actually, you already know, right? Because after the quiz, you can immediately see how many marks you scored. So, students, if you know the correct answer, you can type it in the chat. If not, let's take a look at how to solve it. we are going to use models because models are very useful to compare and visualize the problem. So let's imagine that this is the amount of money that Kenny has. Okay? If Kenny gives Jesse... Oh, wait, sorry. Let me just draw this first. I'm going to duplicate it first. Because there's two different scenarios, you see. Okay, so I'm going to draw and prepare it first. Okay, this is Kenny. This is Jenny, okay? So this is the amount of money that Kenny and Jenny has. Duplicate. I just need to make sure that the models are exactly the same size. Why do I need to make sure that they are the same size? Because you must make sure that Kenny and Jenny has the same amount of money at the start, right? Wait. Okay, there we go. So, students, if Kenny gives Jesse 350, he will have 4 times as much as Jesse. So, let's see what happens. Everybody, can you just imagine? Okay, let me erase this. Can we just imagine that Kenny has very little money? Okay, let's just imagine that Jesse. Let's imagine that Jesse only has very little money, 1 unit. And what happens later on? Okay, let's just say that there's $350 here. And Kenny gave it to Jesse. So what will happen? How will it look like? This $350 will be added here. Correct? Okay, and this $350 will disappear from Kenny. So I'm going to erase it from Kenny because Kenny is giving $350 to Jesse. So the $350 will appear here. Then what happens? Then Kenny is going to have 4 times. Okay, 4 times of Jesse. 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is my first model. Okay. So I'm going to draw it properly like this. I imagine that Jesse started with only 1 unit. This is the original amount of money that Jesse has. Kenny gave her how much? Kenny gave Jesse $350, okay? And after that, what happened? Kenny have 4 times as much as Jesse. That's my model. Now let's take a look at the second one, okay? Now for the second one, they say that if Kenny gives Jesse $550, he will have 3 times as much money. So 3 times. So I'm going to draw into 3. Okay, so 1, 2, 3. 3 times as much as Jesse. So students, what I need you to imagine is this. Imagine that Jesse started off with very little money. And there's this $550 here. Kenny is going to give it to Jesse. So the $550 will appear here. And we must erase it from Kenny, right? There's no more $550 for Kenny because she already gave it to Jesse. And then what happened? Then Kenny will have 3 times as much as Jesse. So this is how the model looks like. Students, before I start solving, I'm going to make my life easier. How do I make my life easier? Simplify. You already know that this is 1 unit plus 350, right? So I make everything the same. So it's easy for me to count how many units do I have. Every single model is 1 unit plus 350. What about the bottom one? The one at the bottom is equal to 1 unit plus 550. They are the same size, right? Same shape, same length. Okay, so it's 1 unit plus 550. There you go. So now you have 2 different models like this. Okay, let me move them closer together. Okay, so students, what can we tell? Do you notice that the amount of money that Kenny has is the same? Okay, look here. The amount of money that Kenny has is the same, right? So let me make some space, huh? How many units are here? 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 units. How many 350? 1, 2, 3, 4. 350 times 4. There you go. 350 times 4 is 1,400, right? Wait. Yeah. Ah, okay, stop. Hold on, huh? We can't do this, students. Ignore what I just said. We can't do this. Okay, what we can be very sure of is this, the total amount of money that Kenny and Jessie has is the same in both cases. Why? Because when Kenny give to Jessie, and when Kenny give money to Jessie, the total amount of money, when you add up Kenny's money plus Jessie's money, is always going to stay the same. So we can compare both scenarios. What is the total here? The total here, right, is 5 units, and there's 350 times 5. So it is 1750. The total number of units here is 4 units. How many 550 are there? 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 times 550 is 2200. So we know that the total amount in the first scenario is the same as the total amount in the second scenario. So we can write it down like this. What must we do now? I'm going to bring 4 units over to the other side. Okay, so I'm going to minus 4 units from here, minus 4 units from here. What will happen? I will have 1 unit left. And this will be gone. Okay, students? And if I want to bring this over to the other side, what must I do? Minus 1750 from here, and I minus 1750 from here. I'll have, this is gone, I'll have 1 unit left, and 2200 minus 1750, it will give me an answer, 450. So now I know that 1 unit represents $450. How much money does Kenny have? So, how much money does Kenny have? We must look at the model, okay? If you look at the model here, how much money does Kenny have? Over here, you have 4 units plus 1,400. But don't forget, Kenny gave 350 to Jessie, right? So you better add back the $350. What about this here? How many units does Kenny have? 3 units, right? How many 550? 550 times 3. That will be 1650. But don't forget, she actually gave 550 to Jessie, right? You better add it back. Okay, so let's write it down, students. You have 4 units plus 1400 plus $350, or you can use the other scenario, the other model. The other model will show you 3 units plus 1650 plus the $550. No matter how you do it, students, you're still going to get the same answer, which is $3,550 for Kenny. So, students, how many of you found this difficult? Yeah, it's a bit difficult, right? How many of you managed to use the models? I hope you have been using models, students, because models help you to visualize things, yeah? Oh, now that we have revealed all the answers for the quiz questions, let's take a look at the results, shall we? So students, let's look at the leaderboard over here. I'm going to refresh my page right now. And who is in the lead? Okay, loading. Is it too many people on the website? All right, wow. Team America is... Oh, Team Toys. Just now, Team Toys 1,000 points behind. Now, Team Thor is only 700 points behind Team America. All right, Team Thor, you are almost catching up with Team America. Try your best, huh? Team Hulk is about 550, about 500 points behind Team Panther. So looks like the Team Thor and Team Hulk are trying their best to catch up. Well done. And oh, look at that. You earn. You earn. Okay, Yuan is leading, but yeah, I think we have to check whether you collected the bonus points 2 times or something, because everybody is supposed to collect bonus points once. The maximum number of points you're supposed to get right now without the TikTok challenge is 640, okay? So I'll check on Yuan's score. Don't worry, okay? And we are having Tyler, Gigi, Michael, and Charlie leading the way. Well done. Followed by Matthew, Leonard. All right. You know, you all still can get 100 more bonus points, right, from the TikTok challenge. So go ahead, try your best, students. Well done, everyone. Remember that the passing mark, in order to get a certificate and a prize, those who pass, right, you will get a certificate and a prize, okay? So if you can get at least 300 marks, you'll get it. I will let you all know, I'll be declaring all the prizes this Sunday at 2 p.m. Singapore time during lesson 8. So students, please remember, go and do your TikTok challenge. Go and do your lesson 8 quiz. Make sure you do lesson 8 quiz before Sunday 2 p.m. lesson, because once we start the lessons, nobody is supposed to do the quiz any longer. So students, well done today. We have managed to complete lesson 7 of the Math Mastery Online series. The next lesson will be coming very soon in 3 days, on Sunday at 2 p.m. So students, for the next 5 minutes, I'll be here if you have any questions. And for the rest of you, have fun with your TikTok challenge. I hope you get more bonus points. I'll see you on Sunday. Okay, let's see if we have anyone asking questions. Yes, the highest is 650. Yes, highest is technically 650 points, because I think 10 points is if you got referred by your friends. Thank you, Linkao. Merry Christmas. Oh, Jaden. Thank you, Jaden. Merry Christmas. Yeah, Christmas is coming very soon, right? So I'm gonna give you all prizes on Sunday. That will be your Christmas present. Does lesson 8 assessment have a time limit? Yes. Lesson 8 will have 8 questions. Instead of 5 questions, it will have 8 questions. This time round, we'll give you 8 minutes. Don't worry. But you are, of course, recommended to download the worksheet first. Think about it first. Then when you're already prepared to give your answer, you start the quiz. That's the best way to get most points, okay? Yeah. I can't do the quiz. It says verify email. Oh, really? Those of you who cannot do the quiz, can you all just take a picture of what you see? If you have an error, you cannot do the quiz, take a picture, send it to Facebook Messenger, ask for help, because we can help you. Bye, Juliana, bye. How many questions are there? 8 questions. Got example? No more example question. Lesson 8 has no more example questions. Okay, because it is already an assessment, final assessment. When I start the lesson, I will not be doing examples. Immediately, I will tell you the answers, and I'll go through all the quiz, final assessment problems, and I'll show you the solution. No more example. Okay? Have a fantastic holiday. Thank you, Jamal. So nice of you. How do you get more points? How do you get even more points? Do the TikTok challenge, Denise. Okay? I show you where to find all the points, okay? So if you go to your Math Mastery page, you scroll all the way down, can you see that these are all the ways to get points? Right? Some other ways to get points is you can go and do your what happened to this page? Go and do your online practice, 70 points. Okay, submit your Facebook and Google review. Facebook and Google review is 50-50, so total 100 points. It is always useful to go to Tutify's Facebook page. You scroll down, you go and see how to earn bonus points. We always post it. 5-star review for Google, 5-star review for Facebook. These are all the ways to earn points, okay? You scroll down further, you can see how to do your online how to do the online practice. Okay, let me show you how to do online practice. If you want to get 70 points, you go to your Tutify Math Mastery page, you go to home, you go and do your math middle primary practice. You click on start practice, do your practice. Okay, see, I'm getting some answers correct, some answers wrong, right? So once you do your practice, you end the practice, make sure that you score at least 30 points. Okay, I scored 0, right? But make sure you score at least 30 points. Take a picture, show it to us on Facebook. You'll get 70 points to for doing the online practice. And when you download the worksheet, you can also see how to give Facebook review, how to submit your Google review. Those are the things that you can do. All right? What is the question for the TikTok challenge? The question is, share with us. Okay, I'll show you the question for TikTok challenge. The TikTok challenge is asking you this, students. Look here. Share with me the most interesting math problem you know. So go and find a math problem that you find interesting. Show us the problem, explain what is the problem about, how do you solve it, and why do you find it so interesting. Okay, make sure you duet the video. How do you duet the video? Click on the 3 buttons. Click on the duet button here, okay? And you should see yourself side by side. Hi. Then you can explain to us which question you find interesting. Why do you find it interesting? How do you solve it? That's how you earn your TikTok challenge points. Okay, students? The last 8 questions is 100 points. Yes! It's not easy, you know, Ying Yi. Yeah, it's not easy. Yeah, it's not easy, you know. Yeah, the last 8 questions, the lesson 8 questions. How do you share it? So you mean the TikTok challenge, is it? TikTok challenge, you can take a picture and send it to us on Messenger. Yeah? Very good. Denise already done with it. Yes. Can you do it twice? You mean TikTok challenge? No, you can only do it once. Every bonus points, you can only claim it once. Okay? That's to be fair to everyone. Alright, students. Very good questions. I'm glad that you have clarified your doubts with me. So go and have fun with your TikTok challenge. And at the same time, all the best for your final assessment, lesson 8. It's quite difficult. So be mentally prepared for Sunday. I'll see you on Sunday. And we are so excited that we are going to announce the winners, okay? And I'll also tell you the prizes on Sunday. Bye, everybody. Bye. See you on Sunday at 2 p.m.